Our next source of energy is non-conventional source of energy. Okay, so non-conventional source of energy are those which have been developed in the recent past, and it also used as an alternative source of energy. Okay, these source of energy have been developed in the recent past and is also used as an alternative source of energy for coal and petroleum. So these include, so you have solar energy, wind energy, tidal, geothermal, nuclear energy, and biogas. Most of them are, these solar energies are renewable, so they are inexhaustible, as well as non-polluting, less expensive, and easy to maintain. The maintenance expense is very less. So these sources of energy are considered as the energy resources of the future. So regarding this benefit of the conventional or non-conventional source of energy, India has also started producing these energy resources on a large scale. So first is your solar energy. Okay, so solar energy is the energy that we get from the sun. All right, and we have been using the solar energy to drying our clothes, food grains, preserving eatables on a small scale, mostly for domestic purpose. But now India has been tapping the solar energy on a large scale. And one advantage that India is fortunate to receive enough, high solar energy is because of location of India along the Tropic of Cancer. Okay, the advantage of India tapping solar energy on a large scale is because of its location, because India is located on the Tropic of Cancer, and throughout the year we get about 300 clear sunny days. Okay, and this results in plenty of availability of solar energy. So the world's largest solar park, which is called the Bhadla Solar Park, is located in Bhadla in Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Now, how do we generate solar energy? You don't need to learn all these in detail. You only learn what are the different ways of generating or tapping solar energy. The first method is solar cells from the batteries of the solar energy. Then we have solar cooker, all right, where you use the solar energy to cook your food, and solar water heater. The next is your solar water heater, where you use the sunlight to heat your water, etc. So you don't need to learn in detail how they function. You only know the names of how solar energy is generated, either through solar cells, solar cooker, and solar water heater. Now, what is the advantage of solar energy? The first advantage is that it is renewable source of energy and can be harnessed in most of the areas of the world. Second, it can be used for diverse purposes, either to produce electricity in areas without access to the energy grid, or to distill water in regions with limited clean water supplies, to power satellites in space. So it can be used, to distill your water. It can be used to generate electricity and also to give power to satellites in space. Another advantage is that it does not require a lot of maintenance expense, because once you set up the solar panel, there is a warranty of 20 to 25 years. So there is less expense in the maintenance and repair work of solar panels. And besides, it also saves fossil fuels like coal and petroleum used to produce electricity, and also reduces electricity bills. It saves fossil fuels. All right, so we need to encourage people to use more of solar energy so that coal and petroleum is saved, because these are exhaustible source of energy. Okay, and it also reduces electricity bills. Now the next non-conventional source of energy, or the alternative source of energy, is wind energy. This is the energy which we get from the wind, And as you know, wind has no price. It is inexpensive, reliable, non-polluting source of energy for generating for generating electricity. Wind, you don't need to pay it. You are getting it from nature. So it is inexpensive. So how do we generate wind energy? We generate wind energy from by making use of windmills, as you can see in the picture here, by making use of the windmills. So what do these windmills do? The blades of the windmills rotate according to the force of the wind. And this rotational motion of the wind blades will drive the machines like water pumps, flour mills, and also to generate electricity. So wind energy actually depends on the force of the wind. So a number of windmills are installed in a definite pattern and in of clusters, which is known as wind farms. So please remember what are wind farms are: a number of windmills installed in a definite pattern in clusters, means close to each other, are known as wind farms, and they generate a large amount of electricity. So that is important. That is why wind energy, windmills are installed close to each other, so you can generate more amount of electricity. So wind farms are installed in mostly in coastal regions, open grasslands, or hilly regions where you get the force of the wind is maximum. In these areas, like the coastal regions, open grasslands, and hilly regions, the force of the wind is maximum. Okay, and the Indian wind energy program is the fourth largest in the world after China, USA, and Germany. So in India, you will find wind farms in clusters in the state of Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Karnataka, Kerala, Lakshadweep, and also Maharashtra to have wind farms. So learn the definition of what is a wind farm. It's a cluster of windmills in a large number. So what are the advantages of wind energy? It is the energy is renewable source and can be produced again and again. It is the cleanest form of renewable energy, producing no pollution. It also reduces dependence on fossil fuels like coal and petroleum. And finally, landowners can also add or get additional income by installing windmills on land that can even be used for agricultural purpose. So landowners can actually set up a certain plot of land for installing windmills, and this will give them extra income. And the energy derived from there can be used for their own domestic consumption and will also reduce their monthly electricity bill. So these two important is the solar energy as well as your wind energy.